Imagine if we treated neurodivergence the same way we treat other conditions. Part 2.
Well, your test results are back, and it's definitely asthma.
Okay, cool. So, we try an asthma pump?
Well, steroid medications are very harmful, so I wouldn't want to put you on those.
So what do I do?
Have you tried just remembering to breathe?
Quit, just kidding, the kid will keep killing this shit. Oh, we've had a hell of a ride, but you thought we were riding to heaven. Well, I motherfucking lied.
Ooh, tell me that you gon' ride with me. Tell me that you never lie to me. I just wanna make you proud of me. Want you loving every side of me. I love the rhythm of your heartbeat, the way you pushing up on me. I can tell that you want me. Let me show you how it's gonna be. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body.
It's a disability. It's a superpower. It's DiGiorno.
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I am. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
بسبوس عاشق بسه ويدلعها بسبوسة بسبوس عاشق بسه ويدلعها بسبوسة يلحقها من بيت البيت ويقول اعطيني بوسة يلحقها.
Uh-oh. How did we end up here? Let's rewind, shall we?
I had no idea you had an invisible illness. You seem so normal to me. Well, that's what invisible means, Deborah.
Yeah, I take Adderall every morning for my ADHD.
You take Adderall every morning? That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's like prescribed by my psychiatrist.
One time I took Adderall in college and I literally stayed up for 36 hours, then I deep cleaned my entire apartment and did like 3 weeks worth of homework.
Yeah, that's not really how it works to me because I have ADHD.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, if you ever wanted to sell some of your Adderall to me, I would totally buy it.
No.
I mean, like, why not?
Because I need it for my brain. And it's really hard to get because people abuse it. And so I don't really just want to sell it because I need it to function.
Okay, never mind.
I have to be doodling in order to pay attention in class. Is that an ADHD thing? Well, technically, no. But also, yeah. But mostly, maybe. Whether or not something is an ADHD thing depends on what you mean when you say ADHD thing. If by ADHD thing you mean something that the scientific community officially believes to be true about ADHD, then there's actually a list about all that stuff. I'm not retaking that. There's even a TLDR. So if the thing isn't on that list, then it's not officially an ADHD thing, at least not yet, because scientists don't like to claim that something is true until there's a monstrous amount of replicatable data suggesting that it is. And that's good. That's what scientists are for. But that does mean that a lot of stuff has to happen before there's scientific consensus about whether or not something is an ADHD thing. But let's say you were to have some sort of app where millions of people were all sharing their honest experiences. And they all were like, yeah, I have ADHD and I do that exact specific thing too. Well, that is also super valid. And if we were to value the wisdom of our common shared experiences as much as I think we should, then the answer is, well, yeah, that's clearly an ADHD thing. But also, all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. If you have ADHD, does that mean there's a good chance you doodle in class in order to pay attention? Yeah. If you doodle in class, does that mean you have ADHD? Absolutely not. If you have ADHD but you don't doodle in class, does that mean you don't actually have ADHD? No! So as glad as I am that we're all sharing our experiences such to gain insight about ourselves and our brains, I'm also very glad that there are scientists who are very hesitant to say that something is an ADHD thing. So if you ever find yourself asking the question, is that an ADHD thing? Know that the answer to that question is not as simple as yes or no.
Why do you have like 1,000 songs of all different genres in your playlist? That's just every song I've ever liked dumped into one playlist, but honestly I just keep hitting replay on the 2 most recently added songs because they're my stim songs. I press shuffle once in a while and find an old stim song from last year and it becomes my new stim song once again. Organizing individual playlists is fun at first, but it becomes overwhelming to maintain and I forget about a lot of good songs because if something's not right in front of me, then I forget that it exists. It's the same reason why if I organize my fidget toys neatly into drawers, I will never use them again until I do one of my random 2 a.m. apartment purges. What are your current stim songs? My face is not showing it because of restricted affect, but I'm really happy that you asked.
ADHD people, it's another Monday, which means we're going to talk about hashtag ADHD of color again. And for today, for hashtag ADHD of color, we're going to talk about how ADHD people of color get barely any recognition when it comes to media, especially when it comes to television and film. Now, with ADHD representation on TV, we get representation like Bart Simpson, Styles from Teen Wolf, Barney from How I Met Your Mother, and also Phil from Modern Family. Now, all those people I just said, all those ADHD characters are white representations of ADHD, and when you look into other representations of ADHD in TV and film, you aren't going to find any difference with other characters. ADHD people of color lack this representation, and that makes it harder for people of color to relate to these characters, because they don't get to see the intersectionality of ADHD affecting their lives, which leaves ADHD people of color feeling more like an outcast in the ADHD.
Hello. As some of you may know, I have been living with my parents for the past pandemic, something that I am eternally grateful for. However, about a month ago, they discovered TikTok and more importantly, learned about the battles that I've decided to let ADHD win. Upon discovery, they were as always loving and supportive, but they also had a few desperate suggestions. So, welcome to battles that my parents are really hoping I don't let ADHD win. First up on the list, we have leaving the bag of bread open. I have recently been receiving feedback that this makes the bread stale, and I have to say that I agree, and I also wish I wasn't doing this. Next up, we have forgetting about my leftovers in the fridge. I will not be giving up on this. I love leftovers. I love eating my leftovers. I love being able to pop the last 2 pieces of pizza or a scoop of last week's Alfredo into the microwave and calling it breakfast. What I love even more is remembering that my leftovers exist. Next up, we have leaving multiple glasses of water everywhere. I don't deny this. My hydration strategy has always been the more the merrier. A surprise attack, a blitzkrieg. I admit that this strategy may have flaws. And last, but unfortunately not least, we have leaving the sink on. Thank you. That is all.
Right, Bubby, I'm going out now. Remember, shopping's getting delivered at 8. I'm not going to be here. Do you need me to remind you? Because you're going to need to open the door.
Nope, don't need reminding. I've got a foolproof method for this.
Sure, Bubs? How are you going to remember?
I'm going to sit here staring at my phone and I'm going to watch as the minutes go by for the next 3 hours, and I'm going to doubt that my phone is telling me the right time, so I'm going to ask Alexa what the time is and keep checking in every 5-10 minutes until it's 5 to 8, and then I'm mentally prepared to open the door.
Will having ADHD and being on the spectrum have any effects on your work that I could accommodate? Because I love people, I'm gonna be really, really interactive. That's perfect. Or I'll be like hiding in the corner wanting to cry from the overstimulation. It's just a bit of a contrast. Okay, like overstimulated from life, generally speaking, but in this instance, maybe the interaction, which ironically, again, I do love, so I'm kind of like my worst enemy. Ooh, also, I'll always get my work done on time, so long as I know what time it is. And day. Time and day. Well, that shouldn't be a problem, because we do have the schedule here for you. Schedule, loves it, hates it, needs it, wants nothing to do with it, you know what I mean? No, not really. Routine is really great for me. It's just almost a fantasy. It does say to be here at 9, so like that's like 9 to 9:15, 9:30. Nope, that's like 9 sharp. Okay, I'll get here like super early then, or I'll be like really late.
A lot of people, when they are talking about their ADHD and their experiences and their symptoms, get the response of, that's just normal. Like, we all feel that. Could it be that we are just normal and most people are experiencing this?
I am going to partially agree with you. Does everybody go through the same experiences as somebody with ADHD? Yep. Everybody forgets their keys sometimes. Everybody feels like an imposter sometimes. Everybody fears rejection sometimes. Everybody interrupts or talks a lot sometimes. Everybody gets caught up in rabbit holes in a task sometimes. As I said once earlier today, the difference is intensity and duration. The major difference is most of us will experience these things intensely and often. Here's an example. Sitting right beside me on my bedside table every night are my meds. And every day this week, every day, I've almost forgotten to take them. My phone is charging right beside them. The bottle sits right beside the phone, and I don't see it. I have to be reminded by a goddamn alarm in said phone. Otherwise, I'm not going to remember to take them. I'm so addicted. So yeah, everybody does go through the same things, but certainly not to the same level. And that's the major difference.
ADHD people, I don't have a special video for you today. I'm just going to tell you to drink water. And the reason being is because it's healthy for you, it's good for you, and it'll keep you hydrated. So go drink some water.